Hello, social studies scholars. Mrs. Olson here. Today's lesson is titled Preamble to the Constitution. Now, you've finished doing your definitions for the Constitution vocabulary assignment, and you remember that preamble means the beginning or the introduction. So that's what this lesson is going to focus on, the beginning of the Constitution. So let's start with our learning target, which reads that you will be able to understand the meaning of the preamble. So in this lesson, I'm going to break down each part of the preamble, explain it, and use some images to help us remember the meaning. I'm going to encourage you to actually take notes as we go through the lesson. You can write down part of the preamble and then what it means. And make sure that you pause the video when and if you need to. Here we go. So, what does the preamble look like? Well, it's right here. So we the people ensure domestic tranquility. This very top part of the Constitution is the preamble. And then if you were unsure, this entire document that we're looking at right now, that's actually the Constitution of the United States of America. So here is the beginning part, or the preamble to the rest of the Constitution. Okay, now here we get into our first slide, or the first part of the preamble. And here it is. Remember that preamble means the beginning or the introduction. Okay, so the preamble is the beginning. Now, the very first part of the preamble reads, "We the people of the United States." So, who is that talking about? Well, it's talking about everyone. It's talking about all the people in our country, including kids, including you. The second part says, "In order to form a more perfect union." So we know that union means coming together. This phrasing, "in order to form a more perfect union," refers to coming together to make things better for everyone who lives in our country. So having safe neighborhoods, enjoying the things that we like to do, like maybe going out to eat, hopefully everybody getting along, okay? In order to form a more perfect union, coming together and getting along. Establish justice. Well, this phrasing means that they want to make sure, the writers of the Constitution want to make sure that things are fair and honest for everyone. So here we have our two pigeons. And this pigeon says, what are other words for fairness? So how about words like equity, impartiality, fair-mindedness, justice, integrity, uprightness, honesty, righteousness, justness, and right. Establish justice means to make things fair and honest for everyone. Remember, guys, you want to excuse me, remember what it was like for the colonists who came from England and why they were writing the Constitution. Okay, on to our next slide, which says, "Ensure domestic tranquility." Now I'm going to start with the pictures first, actually. And domestic in this case means inside of the United States. So if we were talking about foreign, foreign would mean outside of the United States. In this context, in this situation, domestic means inside of the United States. And when something is tranquil, it is calm. So this phrasing, ensure domestic tranquility, in the preamble means that the writers of the Constitution wanted to make sure that we can all have a nice life and get along with each other. Domestic tranquility. This phrasing reads, provide for the common defense. So when the writers of the Constitution thought about this part, they were thinking about protecting us from other people or countries that might try to harm us. So common defense, the protection. I chose two military pictures to help us understand that the writers wanted to make sure that we were protected by other people or other countries that might try to harm us, like in war, or also to help us if we have been harmed. Okay, promote the general welfare. They meant that they wanted to help make life good for everybody, like having enough to eat, a place to live, being safe at any of the places that we go to, and having friends and fun times. Those are all some of the things that make our life good. So promote means to make it happen, that they want to support it, and they want to support that everybody's life is good. Everybody, that's the general welfare, good and fair. Okay? And secure the blessings of liberty. In the United States, we can choose to be any religion that we want to. That's considered a right and a freedom. And they didn't want to have those freedoms taken away. So we get to choose our own religion. We get to say what we want, what we think, and what we want to say, and to get together with friends, family, and other people. Those are some of the freedoms that we have in the United States. So to secure the blessings of liberty, this refers to our rights and our freedoms. We're getting to the end. This one reads, to ourselves and our posterity. How do you remember what posterity means from your Constitution vocabulary assignment? Posterity means future generations, so the kids that are going to come in the future. So for kids, parents, other grown-ups, all the people in that are born in our country after we are, the writers of the Constitution wanted to make sure that all of the things that they set forth would also be in existence for future generations. Do ordain and establish this Constitution. Do ordain, meaning that they wrote it down and then they wanted to live by this set of rules and promises to help keep our government and our people safe. For the United States of America. Well, what does this mean? For everyone, for our country, for where we live, to be able to enjoy those rights and freedoms. Okay? Just like we do every 4th of July. All right, guys, I hope that helps you to understand the different parts of the preamble. Remember that if you need to go back and watch this again and take some notes and write down the big ideas, that is going to be a good thing to help you with the analysis of the preamble. Please let me know if you have questions. Bye.